Is living by the beach and having a more relaxed lifestyle one of your goals in the Philippines, but you don't exactly know which beach places are good for you? In this video, I'll be highlighting one of the most popular beach towns in the Philippines, La Union, and how this amazing place can be where your dream house is. We'll take a look at several things that prospective long-term dwellers are concerned with, like safety, accommodations, cost of living, transportation, and facilities. And by the end of this video, maybe you'd be excited enough to drive to the surf spot and start living there as a local. So, let's dive in. La Union is best known for its country's beaches and surfing spots. It's one of the main reasons why this humble province has quickly risen to fame as a quick beach getaway for many local tourists, particularly from Metro Manila. But another beautiful characteristic of La Union that not a lot of people come to appreciate as much is its culture and heritage, which are seen in its infrastructures. Like Manila and its other city counterparts, LU shares a rich history of Filipinos fighting for independence against Spain, where the first battle of the Philippine Revolution in 1896, known as the Battle of San Juan del Monte, began. If you're a bit iffy in terms of living by the beach because of the climate, then it may comfort you to know that La Union's climate is a bit less hot than Manila's. The province's average annual temperature is 29 degrees Celsius, while its hottest is recorded to be up to 30 degrees Celsius. It's not that hot compared to Manila, where its hottest temperature can go up to 30 degrees Celsius. Some locals have also noted that the ocean breeze helps with the humidity, making the air less hot and heavy. Another factor to consider that long-term dwellers will appreciate knowing about would be the overall safety of La Union. It's good to know that the area is relatively safe and has very warm townspeople, which you can always ask for help. Since it's significantly less busy than Manila's, you can guarantee that this place doesn't have street snatchers, pickpockets, or any sort of petty thieves. As for living accommodations, you'd be delighted to know that houses and apartments here are amazingly less expensive than Metro Manila's studio apartments. If a studio unit in Manila costs around 10,000 pesos or more in a month, then you'd be super glad to know that the same monthly fee will give you a 2-bedroom house with a garage and even a garden space. 2 bedrooms. If you're living the single life, then a single bedroom apartment in the city center of La Union costs around 5,000 pesos or $88 per month. You also won't have to worry about your internet connection anymore, especially if you work remotely, because LU now has fiber internet with major internet companies like PLDT and Globe supplying the province. LU also has a local internet provider called Lueco, which offers 20 Mbps internet at around 1,500 per month. The average downloading speed in La Union is 23.7 Mbps, while uploading is much higher at 33.85 Mbps. Transportation costs are also incredibly low in La Union, so it won't hurt to plan your long-term stay here even if you don't have a car with you. The locals are warm and friendly, so it's not that daunting to commute here. Just like in Metro Manila, you'll have all sorts of transportation modes like jeepneys, multicabs, tricycles, and air-conditioned taxis. It's also not that difficult to look for a ride, especially if you're located near commercial establishments or in the city center. What charms us about living by the beach is how our lifestyles can significantly change from coping with high stress and bustling cities to living carefree by the beach. Nowadays, this change in lifestyle is becoming more common, especially in the Philippines, since more and more younger generation are opting for a simpler and stress-free life. Because of this trend in migration to less urbanized cities, we see several developments happening to accommodate new populations. Needless to say, La Union has been benefiting from several developments, which can mean well for you if you're planning to live there eventually. These establishments range from shopping centers, gyms, banks, hospitals, and markets. One newly built shopping mall is the Robinson's Place La Union, built in 2021. Robinson's Place is the largest mall in LU, so you'll mostly find everything you're looking for there. This mall is strategically located along MacArthur Highway and is just 10 minutes away from the major surfing places in the province, making it an ideal place to hang out. In short, it makes your stay convenient. As for gyms, there are several fitness centers in the area offering affordable rates. The average gym membership rate per month is 2,000 pesos or $35, which is a good enough rate for a gym membership. It can also go lower depending on the type of gym you will want to enroll in. It's fairly easy to look for gyms in the area since they're listed on Google once you try to search for fitness gyms in La Union. One important factor, especially for expats seeking to live here, would be the proximity of banks. This is good news for you since there are several major banks in La Union that you can do your transactions in, such as the Bank of the Philippine Islands or BPI, Banco de Oro or BDO, China Bank, Union Bank, Metrobank, Security Bank, and HSBC. There are many more banks in the region, but as a traveler, it's already comforting to know that major banks are in proximity. Another major establishment would be hospitals. As for hospitals in La Union, they're smaller compared to the ones in more urbanized cities, but there are still some hospitals that offer good healthcare and facilities that you'll be assured of, like the Bethany Hospital and the Lorma Medical Center, both in San Juan, La Union. Lastly, we have public markets for fresh food. The San Juan Public Market is a great place to get your fresh fruits and vegetables. The place is orderly, clean, and dry, and the prices are much lower compared to Manila's costs. You'll enjoy the meat, seafood, and vegetables because they're all better in quality since they're fresh and are cheaper in general. What makes La Union so charming is not just because of its proximity as a surfing town near Manila, but also because of how it's becoming a great alternative to living the city life. A lot of major establishments are already rising in the area, so living by the beach doesn't have to translate to living secluded, which is something that a lot of us in the Philippines are used to thinking. Additionally, the developments have made La Union much more accessible and easier to live in, especially for remote workers who are relocating somewhere quieter, less stressful, and more carefree. With that said, living in LU shouldn't be a compromise between modern living and having a beach life anymore. So, that's all for today's video. We've talked about La Union as a possible place for you to settle in by looking at important things to consider when relocating to another place. Our final verdict is that La Union is a good place to live if you want to live near the seas and if you want to experience stress-free living without having to compromise on accessibility. If you have more questions, especially about staying here in the country, you can comment down below and we'll answer them as best as we can. Or better yet, we'll make a video detailing how to answer your question. We have made several videos inspired by our loyal viewers' comments, and it feels great to answer some of their questions one video at a time. So if you have a question, you can ask them in the comment section below and we can probably answer them by making a video about it. For more information on planning your long-term stay here in the Philippines, you can subscribe to our channel to get the latest updates. Once again, I am Isabella and I'll see you guys in the next videos.